Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am the Inconsequential Runner, and I've been running for a good number of years throughout my whole life. Probably started in high school where we were forced to run, and it's just something that I've always done. I've always had sort of a pair of shoes, and I've gone out for a run every so often, and then there would be a fun run come up and I'd do that. And I remember my first half marathon. How old was I then? Gosh, I would have been about 27, 28, and it was just something to do. I was like, hey, let's run a half marathon. And when I ran a half marathon, hey, let's run a marathon. That was ages ago. Haven't run a marathon since. Doesn't interest me. It's too long. So my tip there would be find a distance that you enjoy. Anyway, trail running, I do that. But my point's this. When I started to get back into running, and this was during COVID lockdowns, what else can you do? Right? Here in New Zealand, we're allowed out. This is during the lockdowns, once a day to do some exercise. So I thought, I'm going to make the most of it and I'm going to run as long as I can. You had to stay close to home, so you're doing loops around the near neighbourhood. And I went at a time in the morning where there'd be very few people out on the footpath, and because people weren't driving, we had the roads. Anyway, that was a whole different world. Is it? Maybe. Anyway, that's not the point of this. The point of this is this. Only recently I joined a running club. I say recently, a couple of years ago. So when you consider how long I've been running, I've only been with a club for a couple of years. And there was a big mistake not joining it earlier. I thought running clubs would just make it too regimented and take away the fun. And I suppose I felt a bit, not worried, that's not quite the word, but perhaps intimidated about joining a running club with fast runners. And there are a lot of fast runners in these running clubs, but there's a big range of running abilities, so you slot in nicely. Then I wanted to take my running next level. So the first step was joining a running club for me to go to the next level. I decided I wanted to go further. First step, join a running club. Then I really sort of spurned, if that's the right word, the idea of getting a running coach. People were saying get a coach. I'm like, no, I know how to run, it's fine. But then when I got a running coach, I thought, look, I'll try it. Let's try it for 6 months, see what happens. Best decision I made. Best decision I made. Even what would be a boring run, a flat, easy run around a circuit, to get me to do that, I'd struggle. But because my coach is telling me to do that, it now has purpose. And I understand how any particular run fits in the grand scheme of things and what the coach is trying to do. So it's made my running a lot more enjoyable and a lot more purposeful and a lot more balanced. I'm doing a wider range of different types of runs now. So a coach is a really good thing. Okay, this is where I'm going with this. What I've done is I've asked my coach if he wants to catch up for 5-minute question and answer sessions over Zoom. I'm going to limit it to 5 minutes, because when you have a podcast that lasts 45 minutes or 50 minutes, some of those are great. You put them on the background while you're doing something. But what I want is I want my coach to answer just one question. He's a great coach, Mark. I want him to answer one question in each video and keep the videos short so we can just chop them up and just deliver them to you. So that's what's coming up. We'll give it a go. We'll do it over Zoom. I'll ask him a question. I think it'll be a really relevant question for most of us, and he'll give a short, sharp answer. Now, I wouldn't have done this if I don't trust him as a coach. But Mark's a great coach. He's just a great guy. And yeah, I was really lucky to come across Mark. So I'm going to share his views and his thoughts with you. Those are the next sets of videos coming up. I'll intersperse them with me sharing some of my thoughts like I do in these videos, but just giving you a heads up of what's coming up. So if you think that's kind of cool for you, hit subscribe or whatever that keeps you alerted. And as I say, short, sharp videos, and I'll be really clear in the subject heading. I'm not going to do here's the single best tip to be able to take 5 minutes off your parkrun time. We're not going to say that. We're going to say exactly what the tip is in the title. Yeah, God, sick of those games, right? So yeah, well, I'll tell you what the video is about in the title. And if you want to listen to it, the tip or the subject matter will be rich within it, but we're going to compact it, super rich, down to 5 minutes. That'll be it. That's what this is all about. Just imparting information so people can enjoy running, because it's such a good sport and it's so much fun. And if we can enjoy it even more, even better. Right, I want to keep these videos to 5 minutes too. So that's it. I need to check out now. Take care. Enjoy your runs. Stay safe. Catch up with you soon.